आने वाला में गन
Good morning, my dear teachers. We warmly welcome you all to the White Card ceremony of 2014-15 batch of Faculty of Medicine, University of Peradeniya. The White Card ceremony is relatively a recent tradition that marks students' transition from study of preclinical to clinical medicine field. And as we are about to commence the day's proceedings, I would kindly request all our distinguished guests to take their seats in their respective places.
I would take great pleasure in announcing you the arrival of Chief Guest Dr. Sarda Hemapriya, Consultant Obstetrician and Gynecologist of Teaching Hospital Kandy, and Madam Prabha Samarakon, Consultant Ophthalmologist, Teaching Hospital Kandy, the Dean, Faculty of Medicine, University of Peradeniya, Professor Asiri Abegunawardena, will be followed by the medical students of the probing batch.
We would like to request all of our guests to be seated for the procession to students, we welcome you all to this special ceremony. The White Coat Ceremony is a rite of passage for aspiring physicians welcoming our medical students into the arena of clinical medicine. This ceremony will join the symbol of white coat with the virtues of altruism, responsibility, duty, honor, respect, and compassion.
The first fully fledged White Coat ceremony was instituted by Dr. Arnold P. Gold in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. This ceremony marks the change in tradition, introducing the students to the Hippocratic Oath before starting their career in clinical medicine.
Since its conception at Columbia, the White Coat ceremony has spread widely to the schools of medicine all over the world. The first White Coat ceremony in the Faculty of Medicine Peradeniya was held in 2009, in which I was fortunate to be among the first batch to be robed. Since then, the tradition was continued annually, marking this important milestone of a medical student's venture into the healthcare profession.
In keeping up with our traditions, let us commence the day's proceedings by lighting the traditional oil lamp. For this, I cordially invite following dignitaries: our chief guest, Dr. Sadra Hemapriya, Professor Asriya Begunadana, Dean, Faculty of Medicine, and Professor S.A.M. Kularatna, our clinical coordinator, and Dr. Harit Vimaratna, and Professor Neelakanthi Ratnatunga, Professor Vasanthi Pinto, and Dr. Manoji Patirage, Dr. M.M. Nyas, and Dr. Arjuna Tilakaratna, Director, Teaching Hospital, Peradeniya, and Dr. A.A. Chandra Jayanta, Deputy Director of Sirma Bandaranaike Children's Hospital, and Senior Assistant Registrar, Dr. Miss Samanthi Herat, Senior Assistant Bursa, Miss Dilrukshi, and the President of the Medical Faculty Student Union, Mr. Dileepa Ashan, and the batch representative, Mr. YWN Anupama. Please rise to the oil.
Over generations, reciting Jayamangala Gatha had been a ritual in any special occasion, with the hope of overcoming obstacles and wishing prosperity. Let us keep in power with this tradition as well.
Nita sayodhanda
मेखला उदित घोर आसीन मारं दानादि धम्म विधिना जीतवामुनिन्दो संदेशता भावरूपी जाय मंगलानि माराती देख माभियोजन जीतता बराती घोरंगना लगत माथा दयात्म कंती सुगंध विधिना जीतवामुनिन्दो संदिग्धा भावरूपी जाय मंगलानि नालागिरि गाजवारं आदिमस्तभूतं दावादिशकमथनीव सुदारुणान्तं मिष्टाम्बुतेक विधिना जीतवामुनिन्दो संदेशता भावरूपी जाय मंगलानि एकापि बुद्ध जायमान गलअस्तदाता यो वाचको दीनदीनी सारते मातान्दी हित्वाननेक विविधानि चोपान्दवानि मोहं लोका अधिगमीय नारोकान्यो
Please take your seats. Next in the agenda is the welcome address. I cordially invite Professor R.C. Abhigunathan, the Dean, Faculty of Medicine, to deliver the welcome speech. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone. Our chief guest, Dr. Sardha Hemapriya, Senior Obstetrician and Gynecologist from Kandy Hospital, and Madam Prabha Samarakon, Dr. Arjuna Tilakaratna, Director, Teaching Hospital, Peradeniya, Dr. Chandra Jayantha, Deputy Director, Sirma Bandaranaike Hospital, Dr. Niyaz, President, Kandy Society of Medicine, senior and all junior academic staff members, all the extended staff members of the Faculty of Medicine, students, and ladies and gentlemen. It's with great pleasure I welcome you for this occasion of the white coat ceremony of the Faculty of Medicine, University of Peradeniya. White coat ceremony, as mentioned before, was commenced in our faculty in 2009. And it was a brainchild of Professor Rasnayaka Mudyanse, who is unfortunately not here today because he is on exam duty on another faculty. But since then, we have had this white coat ceremony. On occasions, we did not have in some years, but then I'm sure it will be a regular event in our faculty in the coming years, because we will be incorporating it to the introductory clinical appointment, so that at the beginning of the clinical appointment, we will start with the white coat ceremony. Now, white coat ceremony marks a very important milestone of your career. It's like when a young girl attains puberty, you have a ceremony for that. What does that mean? That now you are not a child, you are an adult. Similarly, the white coat ceremony indicates that you are no longer belongs to the block. Now you belong to the community, and you have to act with responsibility and compassion. And that is what white coat ceremony really indicates to you. So this is a very important occasion, and I hope you will take this occasion as an impetus to rise to greater heights in your clinical career, in your chosen specialty, better than your staff has done. And that will be the biggest gift you can give to your teachers. With that, I like to again welcome you all to this ceremony and wish you all the best for your clinical career. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the inspiring words.
This solemn occasion would not be complete without a few words from our chief guest, Dr. Sardha Hemapriya. Sir, I kindly invite you to address the gathering.
Good morning. Or sleeping. What a glamorous morning. So,
esteemed Professor Acharya Begunwadana, medical directors from all the hospitals in Kandy, distinguished faculty, my fellow consultants, distinguished guests, and my dear students. I want to congratulate the students and especially their families who supported and helped these students for so many years in obtaining their goal of entering medical school. First of all, it was a tremendous honor to be selected as a chief guest for the Faculty of Medicine, University of Peradeniya, White Coat ceremony for the year 2018. I know this is a big milestone both for our students and their family members, loved ones and friends who supported them along the way. Dear students, to put your white coat today means recognizing the sacrifice of your families and parents. Let's look at your hands, please. Look down your hands. From today, those hands going to be healers' hands. Today you have a long journey ahead of, and you will face incredible challenges, opportunities of your growth. You have chosen a hard path. Work is difficult, not very easy. Don't expect easy work. The commitment will require a lot out of you, emotionally, intellectually, and physically. Sorry. Settings. Done it. Sorry for the problems with the technology. So, my dear students, today you are going to give up everyday reading. What you used to do last 2 years. You sit, read, go for the exam, and answer for questions, plus the IGRA. So, it is time to say goodbye for anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, so on. From tomorrow, you going to face something like this. No more sit down reading. You are in action from tomorrow. And same way, from tomorrow, you can sleep like this. Sorry. No longer long sleeps. So you have to be on your foot. You have to work hard. So expect this is from tomorrow. Or it could be when you are seeing patients. It could be something like this. These doctors working hard, and suddenly you can see a relation of the patient, in fact, the husband of the patient, disturbing your work. And this doctor is explaining, please give us a room. We want to resuscitate the patient. Oh, my God. This is what you expect. So this is life we are going to start from tomorrow. That's what I want to tell you. So William Osler is a Canadian physician. He says, medicine is learned at the patient's bedside, not from your books only. So that's the best way you learn medicine. 4. To practice medicine, we have to give some clothes. You can see this from Tanzania. Children live with poverty, hunger, no money, no shelter, no parents. This is how they live. You can look at their clothes. But no difference. People are like that. You think this poverty is hunger? No. So we need clothes. That's why we are going to give you a white coat today. You know, every superhero has a costume, uniform. So from today, you are going to be a superhero. We are going to give you a white coat. So you can do wonders. Believe me. From tomorrow, you can do wonders. So, my superhero students, when you get a white coat, you are going to start your work from tomorrow. For whom? It's for the patient. Inside the white coat, there are so many values in it. First one is professionalism. What do you mean by professionalism? It's a discipline. You can do anything, anywhere, but once you wear a white coat, you have to have a discipline. Confidentiality of the patient. Whatever you reveal from the patient, you have to keep as a secret. Follow that rule. No discrimination. Doesn't matter where you in which race, which religion, whether you're poor or rich. Your patient is a patient. No discrimination when you are going to treat them. Caring. What do you mean by caring? It's a kindness. Every doctor should be a kind person. You won't believe the kindness will relieve 50% of the problems of the patient. Few kind words will change the patient's healing. And you should not do any harm when you treat the patient. Even you talk to the patient, you should not do any harm. You should not comment. You should not give bad comments. That's what we have to follow. And you have to always comfort the patient. Probably patients having something else. Disease is something else. But we have to comfort the patient. We can see sometimes the doctors are taking history and patient is in severe pain. Sometimes sad to say doctors taking history without considering patient's pain. So before you take a history, make the patient comfort. Then that patient will tell you the correct history. Trust. This is one of the important things when you are wearing a white coat. Trust the evidence. You know, the doctors have done so much of research, and work is available for you. That evidence of research, There are guidelines, the textbooks. So you have to believe, you have to trust those evidence. Then you can practice your medicine very easily. Trust the patient. You know, though you are very good doctor, though your diagnosis is different, sometimes patient will tell you the diagnosis. So trust the patient. If the patient is complaining of pain, trust that patient and see why the patient is complaining of pain. You have to trust your superiors. Why superiors are there? They're experienced. They are knowledgeable. So you have to trust them and treat the patient with the guidance of your superiors. You have to trust your colleagues. You know, this is teamwork. If you are not going to trust your colleagues, fellow doctors, and nurses, midwives, minor staff, then you can't practice medicine. So therefore, when you are on white coat, the professionalism, caring, and trust is a must. So last 2 years you are crawling. Today, you're going to stand up. And you are going to walk. So what the faculty staff going to give you is a white coat for that. You are going to walk from today. Unfortunately, when you graduate, people try to run. They're running to the airport. That's the sad part of it. You forget your education, you forget your faculty, you forget your colleagues, and sometimes you forget your fellow citizens. Don't do that. This country is ours, and we have to serve this country. Why doctors wear white coat? Everybody is asking. It symbolizes cleanliness, purity, peace, honest, ethical. So see all these things inside this white coat. Now you can imagine people who are wearing black, opposite of this. Lawyers? Yes, lawyers. Yes. Not pure, no peace. They are not honest. So doctors, pure, peace, honest, and ethical. It shows the commitment made by the physician to do no harm. So you can't harm anyone when you're wearing a white coat. And there are other advantages of wearing a white coat because it's white, so it won't get fade. Because it can get dirty. I had to send a couple of students in the past home to wash your white coat and come back. I'm sure so many people must have done that. So it should be white, not brown. And the other thing is, if it gets soiled, say blood or anything, any color, is visible very easily. So in other words, patient know you are very clean, especially if you are in a medical career, the sterility is a must. So white coat means you are sterile, you are not contaminated. And also it identifies among the doctors, nurses, patients, etc. There are so many other uses also. In my ward, sometimes students play their white coats and go. And I have seen half a banana inside the pot. Probably has taken the breakfast for keeping for the lunch. So there are so many advantages, like you put your stethoscope there, you put the books there. Now of course iPad. So there are other uses as well. With the white coat, today you are going to have another jewelry with you. You are going to have another jewelry with you. That is your stethoscope. Stethoscope, you think stethoscope is there to listen to the heart sounds or the lung sounds. But believe me, it narrows your distance from the patient. That is the main action of a stethoscope. You have to get closer to the patient. And it says another thing. Listen. Listen, not for the heart sound, not for the lung sounds. You listen to the patient. That's another thing reminding you today. Like the stethoscope, you listen to the patient, you listen to your superiors, you listen to your colleagues. That is reminds with the stethoscope. I will tell you how white coat is closer to me in my life. In 1975, when I just finished my O-level exam, I was staying at home, and one night my father got severe abdominal pain. He was pale and howling in pain. So my uncle and my mother took him to the hospital, General Hospital, Colombo, National Hospital. That's in the night. So following day, lunchtime, mother and my went to see him. So it was a surgical ward. I can remember very well, Dr. Sirivadana's ward, surgeon. And it was a busy ward, a lot of patients there. And we searched for my father. We were searching everywhere, and we couldn't find him. After searching for half an hour, we saw he was lying down on the floor, howling in pain. Then my uncle went and searched for a doctor, and after about a couple of minutes, a doctor appeared, the superhero. And he took my father and immediately taken care, and in fact, they have taken immediately to the theater, operating theater to operate. So that day I thought I was a white coat man. That's the inspiration I had. I want to become a doctor. That is the only way I can protect my parents. I can help my parents. So that is the first instance white coat came to my life. Of course, later on, when I went for my postgraduate training in UK, he was working in Royal Gwent Hospital. And my beloved wife accompanied me, and she was pregnant at that time. And one day she got pains, was induced, and she got a severe fetal distress. Fetal heart came to 80. And the doctor rushed her to the theater and taken for emergency cesarean section. Few minutes later, my boss in white coat came out from the theater. The moment I saw white coat, I thought, yes, thank God, white coat man is there. And he gave me one of my precious things in life, my daughter Aparna. You see, that time as a father, I didn't know how to thank the white coat man. I act there as a father, not like a doctor. So you can feel, every father will get that feeling. Every father, every mother get the feeling they don't know how to thank doctors. So that is the second time white coat came to my life. Third instance is, in 2007, I was appointed as a consultant in General Hospital, Teaching Hospital, Kandy. Couple of weeks later, I fell ill. I had high fever. As doctors, you know, everybody takes some antibiotics, take some Panadol and wait. But it didn't subside. After about a couple of days, became worse. And doctors in Kurunegala, I was residing in Kurunegala that time, doctors in Kurunegala transferred me to Peradeniya Teaching Hospital. My dear students, if these two are not there, I am not here to talk to you all today. Professor Kunratna and Professor Vasant Pinto. I saw the white coat in them. I saw the white coat in them. The care they take, not only me, in the intensive care unit. So that time, I was a patient. I was not a consultant, I was a patient. So I felt like a patient, how doctors can do wonderful things. I went home a couple of days later, thanking them. I never forget doctors who cured me, because I am here today because of them. I will tell you, as a doctor, the things I have achieved. So last so many years, I have done so many operations. I have saved so many patients with my hands. But the one incident I tell you, when I was in UK, there's a friend of mine, Sri Lankan, a doctor consultant, the accident and emergency department. One day morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, his wife gave me a call, she says, Sarda, can you come immediately because something happened to my husband? So I rushed to him. I went in pair of shorts, I rushed to their place, and to see he had a cardiac arrest due to myocardial infarction. And I started doing cardiac massage, and by the time they have informed the paramedics. The knowledge I had with the CPR, I did a cardiac massage, I gave him mouth to mouth. The paramedics arrived that time. So he was taken to the hospital. He's very good now. He still visit me when he comes to Sri Lanka. So that time I thought, it's not like saving a patient. You save your very good friend. So as a doctor, these are the things you can do. Another incident I'll tell you. One day when myself and my wife is traveling in an airplane, the plane announces, ladies and gentlemen, if there is any doctor in the plane, please report us. So like typical Sri Lankans, we were hiding, you know. What the Sri Lankans do. Whenever things comes, you hide. So we were hiding. We were looking at the other side. My wife said, no, they are calling. Anyway, a few minutes later, they came to our seat. Say, you're Dr. Hemapriya, you're Dr. Samarakon. Yes, what we have done? He said, no, doctor. There is a patient in the business class and he is not well. So can you kindly come and see the patient? I went and saw the patient. You know, the plane was full of white people. They look at like beggars, usually with the color. So I went there, I saw the patient, and he was actually diabetic, and he has taken drugs without eating. So he was hypoglycemic. He was sweating and complaining of chest pain. So I realized he's hypoglycemic. So I take a couple of questions from him. So I realized, gave a couple of sugar cubes, and it became better. When I was coming, I can see from the passengers, they are looking at you like a god. So, there, what I got as a doctor is a recognition and respect. So, doctors can get that with a little thing. Doctors have civil power. Now, these days, people are talking about political power. Everybody wants to become a prime minister or minister. I hope anybody here not hoping to become a prime minister or minister. But doctors, we have a civil power. What is civil power? It's not a political power. It's not a military power. We have a civil power. What is civil power? When the police stops us, they ask, who are you? Say, I'm a doctor. Yes, I'm a doctor. Police says, okay, sir, you can go. That's the civil power we have. In fact, recently, one of the policemen stops and he says, I'm a doctor. He says, you're going for an emergency operation. I was shocked. I said, why are you asking that? No, all the doctors are saying like that. So that's the civil power we have. You go to a bank, you go to the government office, you go to the post office, you go anywhere. If you say you're a doctor, they will salute you, they will do your work immediately. That's the civil power we have. Supposing if you have a tire puncture on the road, the people will come around and you think they are going to assault you? No. They look at the doctor's badge, they'll come and say, sir, we'll change your tire. Don't worry. You get to a side. We change your tire and the power we have. So that power is over everything. Even that's over a political power. Because people come around you because you have a civil power as a doctor. In medicine, in 1967, there's an important milestone in Cape Town, South Africa. Dr. Christian Bernard, he did the first heart transplant. And I'm proud to say, Teaching Hospital Kandy doctors did their first successful heart transplant. Human to human, taken a heart from another human and transplant to another person. I salute the people who have done this transplant. It's a hard work, it's experience, it's a challenge. And I must mention few names of it. Dr. Anila Bevikrama, Dr. Mrs. Chakadi Pereda, Dr. Jnanakant. There are so many consultants got together. I don't have time to mention all the names, but you can see the team. What I admire is not the surgery, not the stitches they have put, I admire the teamwork, the organization. We are very proud as a teaching hospital, Kandy, and our colleagues, very proud of it. If one of the Peradeniya product, Dr. Anupa Hera, he won gold medal for his invention of video laparoscope. So he was like you few years ago. He was a student of Peradeniya University, Faculty of Medicine. He was my house also, I'm very proud. And he has been guided by consultant anesthetists in Peradeniya as well as in Kandy. So this is what you can achieve. This is the future I am showing you. Dr. Shanta Lenadora, also product of Faculty of Medicine, Peradeniya. In 2011 in Geneva, he won the gold medal for his invention of a retractor which causes less damage to the patient. He was like you, and this is what he got. When I was in Anuradhapura, in 1995 to 2000, I was in Anuradhapura. We used to visit the more difficult areas in like Padaviya, Kapitigal level. We used to visit those places. We used to visit small hospitals, and we realized there are no neonatal resuscitators available, and a lot of babies die because resuscitation was poor. Then that time my senior colleague thought of it, and that time neonatal resuscitator was about 1 million, almost 1 million rupees. So we couldn't afford large sum of money for neonatal resuscitator, and there are so many hospitals. So himself, he designed this low-tech, low-cost neonatal resuscitator with so many babies during that era. Ladies and gentlemen, that is none other than Professor Kapila Gunawardena. He was awarded Deshabandhu Award in 2005 by the President. It's a national award for his work on this. Dr. Chaturratna Nayak recently performed a rare surgery you are not thinking of doing a neonatal procedure with the neonatologist. Before you take the baby out of the uterus, because the baby had large tumor in the neck. If that baby delivered without anything, the baby is gone. The baby couldn't breathe. So this is the procedure. During cesarean section, before you take the baby out, and the baby survived. So this is another milestone in obstetrics. This is your faculty, this is your hospital. For students, I'll tell you something theoretical. There's a thing called maternal mortality ratio. That is a number of maternal deaths out of live births. That's how you calculate maternal mortality rate, which is one of the indicators of a health system in the country. So if you see any country, first thing they ask is, what is your maternal mortality rate ratio? The best maternal mortality rate ratio you see in Finland. Maternal mortality rate is 3, ratio is 3 in Finland. The worst maternal mortality you see in Sierra Leone. This is their living standards. And in their maternal mortality rate is 1,360. For 100,000 live births, 100,000 births, 1,360 people die. Mothers die. Sri Lanka, we are very proud. Our maternal mortality rate is around 30. When you look at the Asian countries, you can see India is 176, Pakistan 178, Nepal is 258, Bangladesh 177. But our rate is 30. That means our doctors are doing very well. So our care is very good. But if you look at in 2016, 330,073 women gave birth. But only 320,960 mothers went back home. 112 mothers died in 2016 in Sri Lanka. If you see, one mother died every third day. Isn't it sad? Every third day mother dies in this country, who comes to hospital without any disease, came because of pregnancy. Every third day one mother dies. Every third day 900 mothers go home. Not one mother. That mother's children waiting at home, waiting for mother to come. Sad thing is, 90% of these mothers have come to a hospital. They don't die in the field. They don't die in the home. They die in the hospital. So my dear students, your future is not to have this, not to have a maternal death. No mother will die if you work hard. So take into your heart, I work hard, I will not let any mother to die. That's my message today. The last story I will tell you, there was a mother of two, Chamila, she's 28 years old, she's from Gaul. She was brutally killed by the husband, 16 times stabbed, and she died. The two children lost their mother. When we inquired about that, her history revealed she has gone to the police 5 times before that, saying husband is her. More sad to say, she has come to hospital 6 times before that, with the fractures, with the burn, with the cut injuries. You can see what the doctors have done. They have put a plaster of Paris. They have done a surgery. They have given medicine and then sent home. But nobody looked at her problem. So doctors are there not to put POPs, not to give medicine only. You have to look after the patient. You have to look at the problem what patient has. That's why Sir William Master says, the good physician treat the disease, but the great physician treat the patient who has the disease. So great physician should treat the patient, not only the disease. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear colleagues, I saw recently this is health that is real wealth and not piece of gold and silver. It came recently in the net, but Lord Buddha, long time ago, he was residing in the Jetavana monastery to Pasenji of Kosala, king. Dhammapada Gata, he says, Arogya Parama Labha, Santutti Paraman Danam, Viswasa Parama Nyati, Nibbanam Paraman Sukham. So the first thing he says, Arogya Paramalabha. That we learned long time ago. So, it's Arogya Paramalabha, the practice of medicine. Again, the practice of medicine is an art, not a trade, and it's not a business. That is the last message I want to give you. Everybody going behind money. If you're wearing a white coat, think this is not a business. It's a science and it's an art. Few caring people can change the world. Your generosity, your support will bring happiness for the patient. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear sir. Your words are very inspiring, and I'm sure it will remind our students of their duties and responsibility when they go out to practice as clinicians.
Next will be the robbing of the white coat. In order to initiate this customary tradition, I invite Dr. Sada Hemapriya and Professor Asri Abhigunawardena to come up on stage to robe the students.
Next, I call upon our students to come forward for the robbing. Miss M.G. D.K. Abhevardhana, Mr. K.H.S.D. Abedira, Miss T.N. Abhe Vikrama, Miss A.V. M.P. Agalavatta, Mr. B.N. Ahmed.
Mr. M. Mogana Lakshan, Miss M.S.P. Mudun Kottur, Miss S.M.R.M.K. Mohandiram, Mr. D.R. Munasingha, Miss T.D.N. Mutumali. very much, sir.
Now, I cordially invite Professor S.A.M. Peradeniya, our Clinical Coordinator, and Dr. Harith Vimararatna to rob the next group of students. Mr. M.I. Ahmed, Mr. R.P.Y.N. Akalanka, Mr. A.M.A.P. Alahakon, Mr. A.R.M.P.L. Alavatupitiya, Mr. S.Y.W. Amaradivakara, please come forward.
Miss R. Milvanagam, Miss Y.W. Nanakara, Miss T. Nartana, Miss M.A.D. Navodani, Miss R. Nayani. Please come forward.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next, we cordially invite Dr. S.M.M. Niyaz, Consultant Surgeon, and Professor Vajitra Veerasinghe, former Dean, to come up on stage to rob the students.
Miss A.M.W.C.S. Amanugama, Mr. R.A. Angunavala, Mr. Y.W.N. Anupama, Mr. A.M.I. Apuhami, and Miss A.G.S.M. Arachige, please come on stage.
Miss A.B.F. Naziha, Miss R.K.D. Nimanti, Miss S.W.P.D. Nirasha, Miss J.S.A. Niroshini, Mr. B.G.G.S. Padmakirti. Please come up on stage. Thank you very much, sir.
It is my pleasure to invite Madam Professor Shirani Ranasinghe, Professor of Biochemistry, and Dr. Arjuna Tilakaratna, Director of Teaching Hospital, Kandy, to rob the next group. A is Mr. EMWD Ashan, Miss AGD Aisha, Mr. GGDS Bandara, and Miss KMWKK Bandara. Please come forward.
Mr. BAD Pires, Mr. MSTB Pires, Mr. YMABJ Pires, Miss DHASRN Pereira, Mr. PRSD Polgampala. Please come up on stage.
Thank you very much, Madam, and thank you very much, sir.
Next, I would like to cordially invite Professor Kapila Gunawardena and Dr. AWM Vasil to come up on stage to rob the students.
Mr. SARGRM Bandara, Mr. SMMS Bandara, Miss HPD Bhagya, Mr. Boka PMBMA Bokahavatta, Mr. DPY Buddhika.
Mr. HH Prasanga, Miss MMAI Premaratna, Miss GHGS Prematilaka, Mr. PGTK Prematilaka, Mr. RMB Rajapaksha. Please walk up to the stage. very much, sir.
Now I would kindly request Madam Prabha Samarakon and Dr. A.A. Chandra-Jayanta, Deputy Director, Siruma Bandaranaike Hospital, to come up on stage. Miss C.S.T. Chandrapala, Mr. S.H.K.S. Chandrasena, Mr. J.M.N. Chaturanga, Mr. S.L.P. Chaturanga, Miss P.T. Dahanayaka, and
Mr. Y.P. Rajasinghe, Miss H.P.R.K. Ranasinghe, Mr. R.H.T.R. Ranasinghe, Miss R.M.K.P. Ranasinghe, Miss E.H. Ranavira. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam, and thank you, sir.
Next, it's my pleasure to invite Professor Kumudu Pereira and Dr. Sisra Raja to come up on stage to robe the students.
Mr. D.M.M.P.B. Dasanayaka, Mr. D.M.B.G.L.M. Dasanayaka, Mr. H.R.P.P. Dayaratna, Miss M.T.C. De Silva, Mr. S.H.T.R. De Silva, and
Miss G.D. Ranavira, Mr. R.A.S.R. Ranavira, Miss T.G.C. Rasangi, Mr. S.S. Ratnayaka, Mr. P.G.P.C. Ratnayaka. Please walk up to the stage. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, madam.
I would like to invite Professor Uday Alapanava and Dr. Sandhya Bandara to rob the next batch. Mr. R.K.D. Dhananjaya, Miss G.K.N.S. Dhanavardhana, Mr. R. Dhanushkar, Mr. W.M.P.D. Dharmadasa, Miss S. Shalomi Dharmika.
Miss KGHH Ratnayaka, Mr. RMTI Ratnayaka, Mr. MRM Rishad, Miss JJ Rubasingha, Miss BGV Sajivani. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
I'm glad to invite Dr. Saman Karwatilaka and Dr. Ajit Vikramasinghe to walk up onto the stage to play, rob the students.
Miss K.W. Dilani, Miss D.M.Y.E. Disanayaka, Miss E.M.C.H. Edirisinghe, Miss E.M.D.S. Ekanayaka,
Miss MRKA Samarakon, Mr. NP Samarakon, Mr. HPSIK Samarasinghe, WDAL Sampath. Thank you very much, sir.
I cordially invite Dr. Chatura Ratnayaka and Dr. Nawaz Shafri to the row of the next group. Miss N.K. Alvetigala, Miss E.W.H. Eramudugolla, Miss M.F.F. Fasna, Miss P.T.M.R. Fernando, and
Mr. R.S.H. Sandarwan, Mr. K.G.S. Sanjeeva, Miss G.W.G.I. Sanjeevani, Miss K.D.L.H. Chandraratna, Sarat Chandra.
thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to invite upon stage Dr. Vimalsri Abikon and Dr. Tushara Kudagamana to row the students.
Mr. K.H.K. Gamage, Miss G.D.G. Kianage, Mr. D.C. Gonapinavala, Miss K.P.D.T.A. Gunaratna,
Miss UAS Satsarani, Miss SMYD Sembanayaka, Mr. HDD Senanayaka, Miss YR Senapati. Please walk up to the stage. Thank you very much, sir.
Now, I would cordially invite Dr. Sunetra Attavada and Dr. Pabasari Giniki to come up on stage to rob the next batch. Mr. TGKH Gunaratna, Miss UGKR Gunaratna, Mr. ADPN Gunatilaka, and Miss MSF Hashura.
Miss PMMK Senaviratna, Mr. DN Senarath, Mr. AGRNKB Senaviratna, Miss HMSSK Senaviratna. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam.
It's my pleasure to invite Professor Ajit Swaminanda and Dr. Sidashi Girwatsuga to walk up to the stage to rob the students.
Mr. VC Hemakirti, Mr. UHH Hemal, Miss HMHPK Herath, and Miss HMKM Herath, please walk forward.
Miss MH Shyama Banu, Mr. MSM Shajit, Miss MLF Sharma, Miss SHS Sinika. Please walk up the stage. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much, sir.
I cordially invite Dr. Shamali Abegunawardena and Dr. Amila Ratnayaka to come up on stage. Mr. HMUIU Herat, Mr. CSB Horambur, Miss IMMSP Langakon, Mr. U Ileperuma, Miss GBM Ishanka, please come forward.
Miss MKK Takshila, Mr. N. Tanoshanath, Mr. GWA Tarinder, Mr. TMVS Tennekon, Miss JMI Tilakaratne.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to cordially invite Professor Neil Alice and Dr. S. Irugal Bandara up onto the stage to rob the students.
Miss R. Janaki, Mr. R.W. Jaboda, Mr. J.A.M.S. Jayakodi, Mr. J.M.D.K.D. Jayamaha, and Mr. H.D.T.T. Jayamana, please walk forward.
Miss D.N.A. Sirivardhana, Mr. T.A.S. Somaratna, Miss S.M.S.Y. Surya Bandara, Miss S.S. Srimani, Miss I.P.C.J. Sumanattilaka. much, sir. Thank you very much, madam.
Now I would like to invite Professor Vasanthi Pinto and Dr. C. Hunukumbura to come up on stage to rob the students. Mr. M.W.A.P. Jayamana, Miss A.G.D. Jayamini, Mr. K.R.G.T.L. Jayaratna, Mr. W.M.M.C. Jayashankar,
Mr. P.R.D. Tilakasiri, Miss V. Tivya, Miss U.M.N.P. Budagedara, Mr. E.A.D.L.S. Uday-Kumar. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Chaminda Kandauda and Dr. Jagat Munasinghe to come up on the stage to rob the students.
Miss J.H.K.Y. Jayasinghe, Mr. G.W.S.S. Jayasurya, Miss K.G.M.P. Jayatilaka, and Miss R.D.S.M. Jayavikrama, please come forward.
Mr. P.G.J.A. Veerakodi, Miss B.H. Veerasinghe, Miss H.A.C.I. Vikrama. Please walk up on the stage. Thank you very much, sir.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Vasana Kiridena and Dr. Kumudini Jayasinghe to come up on stage to rob the students. Mr. S. Kijatan, Miss H. Kamalanath and Miss S.N. Kandegedara. Please come up on stage.
Miss B.H. Miss W.A.S.R. Vikramarachi, Mr. K.M. C.W.B. Vijayaratna, Mr. C. Vijay Singha. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Madhuvanti Hettiarachi and Dr. C.L. Hettiarachi to walk up onto the stage to robe the students.
Mr. D.S. Kankanamge, Mr. L.N. Karunaratna, Miss W.G.D.U. Karunaratna, Miss S.H.P.Y.C. Karunaratna, please come up on stage.
Miss P.M.S. Vijay Singha, Miss S.P. Vijay Singha, Mr. W.N.C.N. Vijay Singha. Please walk up to the stage. Thank you very much, madam.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Uday Karunaratna and Dr. Chandani Udagadara to come up on stage. Mr. K.M.T.T.B. Kavisekara, Miss M.K.G.C. Kodituaku, Mr. K. Kausikanath,
And Miss L.H.P.K. Kulatunga, Miss W.G.H.M. Kumara Singha, Miss W.M.T.M. Vijay Singha, Miss W.P.L.Y.K. Vijay Singha. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Asanga Mullarachi and Dr. Kapila Gunawardana, Kapila Hettiarachi, sorry, to walk up onto the stage.
Miss NKRS Kumarasiri, Miss EMPGMM Kumari, Miss WAUP Kumari, Mr. NVPY Lakshan, Miss DLHSM Lianagi, and
Miss RGTM Vijayatunga, Miss NADS Vimalratna, Miss NS Vimalratna, Mr. JAKH Vimalasiri. Please walk up to the stage. Thank you very much, sir.
now I cordially invite Dr. Ganga Patirana and Dr. Suranga Manilgava to come up on stage to rock the next group of students. Miss DLSG Lianage, Miss PN Lianage, and Miss AM Madhavi forward.
Mr. WRL Vitana, Miss PL Vitana, Miss NA Yatapana, Miss S. Yogeshwaran. Please walk up to the stage.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Kanchana Vansapura and Dr. Tilanga Seneviratna to walk up onto the stage to rope the students.
Mr. S.H.M. Madhuranga, Mr. R.B.D. Madhushankar, and Mr. W.M.B. Madhuranga, and Miss H.A.L. Madhushani. Please come up on stage.
Mr. Kingsley Sharang, Mr. Dorji Ledora, Mr. Shering Dunlap, Miss Yashi Chodan, Miss Sange Khandu. Please walk up to the stage. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, madam.
I cordially invite Dr. Indika Hevake and Dr. Sakuntala Jayasinghe to come up on stage to rob the last batch of students. Mr. B.K. Manamperi, Mr. U.G.D. Manupriya, and Miss T. Muthu Shobiga. Please come up on stage.
Mr. Sonam Jamatsho, Miss Lashi Rima, Miss T.G.N. Nilmini, Mr. P.R.C. Karyavasam, Mr. A.A. Mohammed Rifsan. Please walk up to the stage. Thank you very much, madam. Next event is the agenda. Next event in the agenda is the recitation of the Hippocratic Oath. The recitation is a rite of passage penetrating to the values of honesty and integrity that characterize the call to medicine.
We cordially invite our chief guest, Dr. Sardha Hemapriya, and our Dean, Faculty of Medicine, Professor Aziri Abbe Gunawardana, to come up on stage to award the oath to the roving batch. And
to conduct the pledge from Hippocratic Oath, I would like to invite Ms. Samadhika Vimalratna, Mr. Ravindu Vitana on stage. Please kindly rise for the pledge.
I hereby take responsibility to the best of my ability to acquire knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to become a doctor.
I will engage in learning individually as well as in a group in collaboration with my colleagues and other healthcare professionals.
I will commit myself to learn the practice of science as well as the art of medicine.
I will be responsible to adhere to a lifestyle that the society demands from the medical profession.
I will extend unconditional respect and maximum possible care towards all patients, irrespective of their social status, attitudes, or behavior.
I will always respect the principle of sharing information while maintaining professional secrecy and my personal limitations of divulging information.
I will never introduce myself, nor pretend to be a doctor during undergraduate period.
I appreciate and acknowledge the contributions and commitment made by patients, teachers, healthcare professionals, my parents and the society at large in my training with gratitude.
I will never exploit relationships with my patients for direct or indirect advantages.
I will stringently adhere to expected ethical behavior laid down by the Sri Lanka Medical Council.
I will learn patient expectations from patients and maintain my conduct and behavior to suit the expectations of the society.
I will abide by the rules and regulations of the Society of Medicine, the university, and the hospital where I will be gaining my clinical experience.
I will dress appropriately at all times and especially when I interact with patients.
I will continue to communicate with my guardian and family and ask for help from them as well as the faculty members.
I will cultivate empathy, communication skills, and patient-centered attitudes within me.
I will continue to engage in my family activities and other social activities during my undergraduate period. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we have reached the end of the ceremony, and it is time to express our gratitude for your presence here today. And to deliver the vote of thanks, I kindly invite Madam Manoji Patirage, the Chairman of Student Affairs Committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Asri Abhigunawardena, the Dean, Faculty of Medicine, Dr. Sadha Hemapriya, the Chief Guest today, and Madam Prabha Samarakon, members of the staff and extended staff from Teaching Hospital Kandy, Peradeniya, and Srimao Bandaranaike Specialized Children's Hospital, my dear students of 14-15 batch. At the end of this white coat ceremony, it is my pleasant task to thank all of you whose presence here made this event a success. Dr. Sadha Hemapriya, the chief guest today, thank you very much for your presence here today and for that inspiring lecture. I'm sure it made a positive impact on the students who are starting their journey of clinical medicine. Madam Prabha Samarakon, thank you so much for gracing this occasion despite your busy schedule. Next, my heartfelt gratitude goes to Professor Asri Abhigunawardena, the Dean, Faculty of Medicine, for his guidance from the beginning to make this event a success. I wish to thank all the extended staff members from Teaching Hospital Kandy, Teaching Hospital Peradeniya, and Srimao Bandaranaike Specialized Children's Hospital who accepted our invitation and came today to make this event a success. There are many others to whom I should offer my heartfelt thanks for their assistance in organizing this precious event. Foremost among them are the Professor Vasanthi Pinto, Professor Kapila Gunawardena, and Professor Shirani Ranasinghe, who helped me immensely to make this event a reality and success from the beginning. Next, I would like to thank Tilani and Senani for their help comparing this event. Then, I would like to thank the Senior Assistant Registrar, Ms. Samanthi Herat, and Senior Assistant Bursa, Mrs. Dil Rukshi, and the Dean's Office staff. Next, I wish to thank all academic staff members who took their time off from their work to be here today. Then I would like to give a big thank to Professor Neil Alice and the team members of the TRC who undertook the organization of the audiovisual aspect of this program. Next, I wish to thank the members of the Student Affairs Committee who helped me in numerous ways. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the students of 14-15 batch who are here with us. This whole event is for you. All the members of the academic staff and the extended staff, along with the chief guest, wish you all the very best. Have a good day.
Thank you, Madam. To mark the conclusion of this ceremonial occasion, I kindly request all to rise for the national anthem. At the conclusion of this session, the organizing committee invites all our guests for refreshments, which is arranged at Senior Common Room in Dean's Office Complex.
Namo